Jesus is asked 183 questions in the Gospels and only directly answers 3 of them. So if you ever ask me a question and I don't give you a satisfying answer, it's only because I'm trying to be like Jesus. But I think it's important that we pay extra close attention to the questions Jesus does answer. In Matthew 22, a religious leader who's trying to trip up Jesus asks the question, "Teacher, which is the greatest commandment in the law?" Jesus responds directly, "Love the Lord, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and the prophets hang on these 2 commandments." Jesus is quoting 2 verses here from the Old Testament. The first one is from Deuteronomy, and it's called the Shema. Love the Lord with your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength. And the second is from Leviticus 19. Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against anyone among your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. But Jesus adds something new to these 2 verses, a twist. Verses that the religious leaders, experts in the law, were very familiar with. Nowhere in the Old Testament does it say that the meaning of the law and the prophets depends on these 2 verses, but Jesus does. Jesus is saying that the most important interpretive tool that we have is love. It's the filter by which we make our decisions and the filter by which we understand God's word. So instead of rose-colored glasses, we have love-colored glasses to see and to act in the world. Today, right now actually, our church is participating in something called Super Serve Sunday. We're putting our love into action and going into our community to love our neighbors. The Gathering Place is serving at Westside Elementary School by pressure washing, weeding, picking up trash, and sprucing up the kindergarten courtyard. For those joining us at home, you still have an opportunity to write cards to first responders. By signing up for Super Serve Sunday using this link, we'll email you a list of addresses to send those cards to. Now, the Shema in Deuteronomy tells us to love the Lord with all of our heart, soul, and strength. Today, we're loving God and our neighbors with our strength and putting in some sweat equity hours to make a difference in our community through our partner school, Westside Elementary School. But what's our why? Simple. Love your neighbor as yourself. We believe that everyone deserves a safe, clean, and uplifting atmosphere to learn. That's what we would want for our own kids, right? And the gospel says there are no their kids and our kids. When we live our life through the lens of love, there is no us or them, only us. Jesus changes the meaning of ancient traditions in light of a new law, the law of love. He says in Mark, "You have heard that it was said, but I truly tell you." We have to pay attention to the point Jesus is making. Love changes the meaning of our traditions, our experiences, our beliefs, and most importantly, our actions. So go forth in love to serve your neighbors as you would like to be served. Because there's no us and there's no them, there's only us.